Oh, let's play a bunch of New York Times games. But first, we need to reveal our dad joke of the day. It's actually the dad joke for the weekend. What do sea monsters eat? Fish and ships. Okay, true. And as I said, it is for the weekend on my calendar. My calendar has for both days. So I do need a dad joke for tomorrow. So if you are a member, feel free to comment your favorite dad joke, and if whether you're a member or not, feel free to give a like to the ones you enjoy, and I will pick one for tomorrow. Speaking of memberships, we are still at 179. I do believe we can get to 200. That number never goes down. If you sign up as a member, you will increase that value forever. And if we can reach that 200 goal, I will start wearing yellow shirts, and who knows what else will happen at 200. All right. Well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. All right, we've got Divine Wrap Blue White, spelled like the ghost, not like the color. Oh, blue is also spelled like blue. Divine Wrap Blue White, Split Call. This could be read or red, and if it was red, it would also be a color. Coral. Coral is like the sea creature. No, coral like the sea creatures without the H. With the H, it's like the singing group. Like singing, a cappella or whatever. All right. Forecast, shade, jazz, spirit, burst, Americana, specter, and broke. I'm thinking like types of music. Choral music, jazz music. And I think Americana is a kind of music. Well, rap music. Was there another? I don't know if there was another homophone. But I think this is more straightforward. I'm not seeing another kind of music. I don't think spirit music is a thing. There's soul music, but not spirit music. In fact, spirit might go with white. We'll have to see. Divine music? I'm going to say that's not going to be divine music. Let's try this. Okay, that was right. Best. Oh. I was thinking this was like blue at best, but probably even yellow. Like, oh, types of music. But no, I got purple first. Best blank performance Grammy Award. Okay, I'll take it. So I was seeing spirit, and I was seeing specter and white. So maybe it's not the color homophones. Maybe we just have types of ghosts. But what is the 4th type of ghost? A shade. Shade is a kind of ghost. Let's do that. Apparition. Okay, not getting reverse rainbow. That's all right. Not going for it. Forecast and divine, just to see the future. You can read tea leaves. I don't know. Is that? Let's hold off on that. That might not be right. What is supposed to be yellow? Broke as in I don't have any money, or broke as in I broke it? Like it broke, it burst, it blew, and it split. Just it like came apart. That's probably yellow. Ruptured. Okay. Forecast, read, divine, and call. Okay, so these are like seeing time wise, seeing future wise. Predict. Okay, cool. No mistakes. Were there 4 color homophones? If so, that was a red herring. Was there one in each? Not one in each, unless you think of coral as a color, which you might, and it would be homophone since it's spelled like the singing. Shade, white, blue, and red. Yeah, so maybe coral would be the 4th. So they kind of did a rainbow red herring there on the color homophones. All right, difficulty. I don't know. It didn't seem all that hard to me. The only hard thing maybe is knowing that Americana is a type of music. Okay, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5, and I think we have an 85% solve rate. Okay. 2.3. All right. I thought it was a little harder than I did. 77. Okay, that is not close to 85. 77 is much lower than 85. All right. But still, I mean, 77's high. A lot of people making no mistakes at all. I bet the 1 mistakers are trying the colors, but we'll see. Well, I was 1 in 103, so purple first was not as common. Or maybe other parts of my order. Okay, purple first is very common. All right. I mean, it could have easily just been types of music. I don't really get it. Rupture, yellow was also common. None of them are uncommon. Blue was the least common. That doesn't mean much. It really evens out for second. Ever, people aren't getting the green blue. I could see that, like if you don't know all the different names for ghosts, or you might like mix up things like, putting spirit in with like divining, because they are kind of similar-ish in vibe. People who lost, yeah, we're down to purple, yellow most of the time. Only 3% got nothing. Okay, yeah, purple was pretty easy today compared to the other ones. Let's see. Putting divine in with the supernatural, putting specter in with telling the future. Yeah, so it's just a lot of like that. And then 8% of people did the color homophones, which is not very high. So it doesn't cover everyone who made one mistake. What are people lucking in first? Yellow, purple. So this is why only 7% did the rainbow first. The other people saw something else first, which breaks the rainbow red herring immediately. So yeah, it wasn't a very strong rainbow red herring. Okay, but yeah, people are getting yellow, purple, green, and then there's 2 mistakes before choosing blue. It's interesting that divine is put in with white, spirit, specter. So what was shade? Yeah, people not knowing shade means is a type of ghost, I think, is probably what's happening here. I read enough fantasy that it was pretty natural to me. Fantasy and RPGs, video games. All right, cool. Well, that about does it. How'd you do? Let's do pips. We'll start with easy. All right. 9. I don't think we have a domino that adds 9, so we're going to have to do something with a 0. So we could do... Oh, we need a 10 over here. We don't have one that adds to 10 either. So do we need to do like a 0, 6 here? Hold on, how are we getting to 9? 3, 5. So if I did something like 0, 6... Oh, I don't have a 4. No, 6 doesn't go in there. We're doing 5 and 5. So maybe 5, 3, and 5 blank here. And then the 6 blank goes up. And then, yeah, this has to 6, and then the blank 2 goes this way. Okay. Took me longer than it should have. Let's move on to medium. Less than 3. 2, 2 equals is here. None of my things have equal. There's no equal domino, so they go across. I have 2 2s and 2 4s. So I need a 2 4 then. That's forced. So this is where the other 2 goes. And now I need a 4 3 and I need a 3 1 going down. There we go. Okay, medium took less time. Let's do the hard pips. Ooh, these 2 are 1, so it's got to be a blank something. We have blank 3, so let's start with that. This is a double 6. So do I have a blank 6? No, do I have a 1 6? I mean, yes, we have a 1 6. And then here I need 6 and 4 exactly. Good. Okay. Now this is 15. 5 5 5 is tempting. Do I have a 5 2? I do. So let's do 5 5 5 in there. Now these are all equal. I can do 3 3 3 in it. So do I have a 3 4? I do not. So no, so I can't do that. So maybe I can't do 5 5 5 across here. I could do 5 4. Wait, what else is attached to a 2 though? We have 2 3. I have 2 5. Okay, so if I do 2 5, I don't have a 2 6. I'm not sure how this resolves. Hold on. What do I have that I have 3 of? I have 3 5s. That's it, right? I have 1 1. I have 2 2s. I have 2 3s. Where's this blank blank going? Not equal, probably. All right, this is 11. That's got to be 6 5. So let's work off of that. So what? Okay, we have a 5 5 and a 5 4. Don't I have to do that? Maybe something down here is wrong. 5 4. And then what do I have attached to a 2? Just a 3. Okay, I have a 5 attached to a 2. And then I can do 5. Oh, I had 4 5s. Maybe that was the issue. Okay, I don't know what I was having problem with before. These are all equal. Oh, sorry, these have to be equal. I can't do 5 5 5 here and 5 5 5 here. That's the issue. But 2, 3, I don't think I can do to get to 15. I would need 12 more. I need a 6, 6. All right. Do I have something wrong then? I don't know. Okay, so let's try to build up here. Maybe it'll reveal what I need to do, because this needs to be like that. Then I need to add to 11, so I can do 5, 2 here. I can do 6, 3 here. And then anything can go here, just not a 2 or 3 down here. So it can be the 1 or the blank blank. But we're not putting a blank blank in a 15. But none of this adds to 15. So something down here is wrong, maybe? Okay, I mean, this has to be a 6, 4, because I don't have a 6, 6. So 6, 4 is forced there. And then this has to be a 6. We don't have a 6, 3. Oh, we do have a 6, 3. So, but I don't have a blank 1. So I can't do the 6, 3 that way. So I have to do the 6, 1 across here, and then I need a 3's blank. Like that's my only option here. All right, well, clearly something's wrong. So I'm going to remove everything. Let's do what actually must happen. So this 1 cage, I do not have a blank 1. So I can't do a vertical. So I have to do horizontals. And so what do I have attached? And this has to be a 6. What do I have attached to a 6? I have a 6, 1, I have a 6, 4, and I have a 6, 3. So this has to be 6, 1 across. Unless I have a 1, 4. What do I have attached to a 4? 4, 6, 4, 5. No, I do not. This must be 6, 1 across. That's my only option. Not that way. Okay. And so now this is forced to be my 3, 1, or sorry, 3 blank, which I do have. That's the only option there. Okay. So now this needs to be a 6, and it's 6, 4. Oh, maybe the 6, 4 goes up instead of across. That might be the key here. All right, so now the 4, what do I have attached to a 4? I have a 5 attached to a 4. So now, what do I have 3 of? Because I need something that I have 3 of. So I still have 3 5s. I also have a bunch of 3s. I have 3 3s already. So I wonder if I can now do the 5 5 and then do the 2 3 across. Okay, so the key was this domino was in the wrong direction. I've got a 3 6, which I think is going to have to go up here. And the 3 1 here, and then the 5 2 here, and then the blank blank goes there. Okay, so I just had one little thing wrong, but it was really cascading into issues, which was I did the 6 4 horizontally instead of vertically. Okay, that was definitely the mistake, and I shouldn't have done that. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword. It's the big one today for Saturday. All right, U.S. Pres who served 4 terms. It's FDR, right? Let's look at the downs. Small lie is a fib. Whom Count von Count of Sesame Street is a parody of. Dracula. Takes back as a testimony. Retracts. Retract? No. Unfortunately, it can't be retract. Oh no. Yeah, it can't be retract because it needs to be plural. Takes back. Well, not takes. It doesn't. Not plural. It has to be third person. So I'm not sure. Let's just keep going. Here. How about here? Only country to have a musical instrument, the harp, as its national emblem. I don't know. Ireland doesn't fit. Big name in rum. Bacardi? Okay. I should just not miss a clue here. Hurry in Shakespearean English. I'm not sure. She holds the record for most #1 Billboard hits by a female rapper. I don't know. Ancient time tracking device. Sundial. Control-Alt-Delete. Opposite of south-southwest is north-northeast. Used to be. Was. Jupiter or Saturn primarily. Gas. For gas giants. Takes back. Recants. 1920s U.S. President. Harding. Home of the WNBA's Fever. Indiana. Weed gummies. Shoot. What's this again? Hurry in English. Oh, wait. Why did I think Ireland didn't fit? Ireland does fit. Okay. Cooking grease. Lard. Cardi B. Edibles. Oh, it's Cardi B. Oh, I said Cardi B and I filled in E because I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, edible. Made some silly entries there. If I had filled Ireland, it would have been much faster, I think. I don't know why I didn't. And recants, very similar to retracts, but yeah, recant is a good word for that. All right, what did I miss over here? Observed was saw. I think that's the only one I missed. Okay, cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is in stitches. Okay, is it like injuries or medicine, or is it laughter? Like the emergency room. I'm trying to find something that might make any sense towards that. Blank. I don't know why blank would be it. It's not. I think I don't know what's going on here. What's this J doing? We have book. We have Brook. We have Brooks. Mel Brooks. We have books. I don't know. Bose. Proper name. All right. Well, in stitches. Can we do like cast or needle, thread? I'm looking. Double S here. Sock. You could, you do stitches to make a sock. I don't know. It made some amount of sense. Porg, port. I may need to start with a hint here. Scent. Gent. All right, I think a hint will really help. What's, oh, it wasn't sock, it was socks. Oh, shoot. So it's things you stitch. So scarf, is scarf here? It's kind of the typical. So sewing, do we have, what's our spanogram? Something to do with sewing or what? Blanket? How are we doing blanket? Oh, it's this way. Blanket. Okay. I was like, I'm almost positive blanket has an E, not an I. This is knitting. I mean, I feel like this is the spanogram. Yeah. So how are we? Oh, it isolates this E, actually. Let's hold off on that. Knit. Okay. What else are we knitting? Sweater. Boots. I don't think you knit boots. Booties, though. You can knit booties. All right. Knit. Something's, see, it's not knitting because of that E, but what is going on here? Knit. I don't know. Two more words. We have the spanogram and then one more word after that. I mean, obviously knit is here. It either knit or knit like this. Knitted, knit. What's this C? What's this other? What's this C doing? Is it part of our spanogram? Come on. I don't know. Oh, mittens. Knit. What the heck? Knit tenop ergikt. It can it start end with ink? Knitten project, knitting project or something like that. How is project? Project. Does it have to cross itself? Ooh, that doesn't usually happen. Knitting, but maybe they do that on purpose so it looks like a stitch. Ah, yeah. There isn't actually a rule that words can't cross themselves, but they usually don't. There's only like 1 or 2 examples where they had to. Sometimes you can draw it in multiple ways, and one of the ways to draw it does cross itself, but there is a way to draw it where you don't. But this is not one of those cases. They wanted you to do this stitch. Okay, well, that was pretty neat, but it confused me because I assume you don't cross yourself. I assumed that E got isolated, but it was part of the same word, so it didn't. All right, cool. Well, that was fun. How'd you do? All right, let's see what bonus game we're playing today. It's going to be Letterboxed, suggested by Tyson Price. All right, let me load that up. Okay, this is another New York Times game called Letterboxed. There's always a way to solve it in 2 words, but I am not going to try to find that. I'm just going to try to find a way. So we need to use all the letters in at most 5 words. And the trick is you can't repeat the same side again. So like if I started with this D, I could go to any other side, like the R. Oh, okay, let's not do that. Restart. Oh, delete. I don't know. This interface is weird. You just can't repeat on the same side. But once you do that, you can come back to the same side, even if it's the same letter again, and you get D or D. So, okay. So we want to find, and we need to use up all the letters eventually. So I'm wondering, there's no way to do ing. We have an I and a G here, but there's no N to bounce off of. There is ER. Like there's waiver. And if we had an N, wavering would be great, but let's just start with waiver. And then we can do field. Oh no, sorry. The other thing I forgot is the next word has to start with the word you ended with, which I completely forgot was a rule. So I can't go from the R to an O or an F. I basically have to go to this I. So what's a word though? Rio, Rit. Okay, maybe waiver isn't good because I don't know what to do with this R. So let's just go back. Travel. Oh, I can't end in the L. I can't do EL. Whoops. That doesn't work. What I like about actually I liked waiver because it uses the W and V, which are the uncommon letters. I could try there's no N for woven. I mean, I could just do wave, and then I'd have to start with E, but I can't do like wavering. I can't do wave. What if I did like weave? And then I end with that E. And what do I do from E? ER? Air. I'm never very good at this game, but I also haven't played it very much. So I could get better at it probably. But in general, like unscrambles have always been tough for me. L. I can't do L. I could do I could do egg. Et. F. Ego. Does it let you do 3-letter words? No, yeah, it does. So we got wave, ego. Now we start with O. Oil. Okay, now here's the problem. I have to start with L. Well, I guess that might not be a problem. I wonder if lover would have been good. No, because I didn't want to start with R. I couldn't figure out how to start with R. Um, Lord. Oop. Oh, I can't do Lord. Darn it. Lot. I've named too many small words here. Shoot. Tough one today, at least for me. Favor. Oh. So you can type. Okay. Typing is much easier. I don't know why I didn't think I could type. Maybe I wasn't in focus on the input. I need like a long word. Vowel? No, I can't do vowel. Is there anything that starts with R? If I can find something that starts with R, then I could do waiver again. I'd have to do RI or RE. River. Kind of a silly one to do. And it ends in R again. Oh, there's an A as well. RA. What am I doing with this F, I wonder? FL? Flaw. Feel. No, not field. Fiefdom? No, there's no M. Wove. Wife. I need an E again. Just, this isn't my game. Draw. If I do draw first, then I can do waiver. I just don't see a word that starts with R. I can do wave. We already have R anyway. I don't know. I have ego still. So ego is the only word I could find. Maybe I don't like wave. What do we do from W? Draw is just really short. I wonder if I can do a DGE word. DGE. And then R. And there's edger, I guess. No, I can't do ED. But what ends in DGE? Hedge. Odge or idge or adge? Is there like an ADGE word? Badge. IDGE. I guess there's tiger. Well, I can't do IG. ODGE. Dodge. Could do Roger, Dodger. So what if I do Roger? Oh, I can't do Roger. Dodger. And I still have to start with R. Like raw. Then from raw, I can do wife or Wove. Wife gets me some new letters. I have to start with E again, and I need that L, V, and T. Ev, et. I can't do event because there's no N. Evil. And now I just have to start with L and have a T. Lot. Okay. Well, I did it in 5. All right, that's all I'm getting. I know there's always a way to do it in 2, but I never find it. It would take way too long. All right, cool. I don't know if that was at all interesting to watch, but let me know how you did. And those are the games for this video. I hope you enjoyed them. There is a link at the end of the video to my New York Times games, which a lot of you enjoy. Sorry, this was the New York Times games. There's a link at the end to watch Wordle if you'd like to. Sorry about that. I also have a pinned comment with all of the games I made today. All the videos I made today. I am messing up my outro, which is super fun. All right. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.